All right, we're live. We're at the Hamilton Adventure Expo show, doing another live stream. And here we go. Hello and good day. Welcome to the Super Good Camping Podcast. My name is Tim and I'm flying solo today. I'm from supergoodcamping.com and I'm here because we're on a mission to inspire other people to get outside and enjoy camping adventures such as we have as a family. And we do that better. Today's guests, Ben, Beauchamp, and Paitre walking. All right, cool. Ben paddles a lot. Paitre has an angelic voice. Let's start with the interesting one.
Yeah, fair. Totally fair.
So tell me about your music. So many things. I know that you just put out an EP. That is awesome. Congratulations. That must be absolute go to work. It's been a long time.
Yeah, well, I've been doing this since I was like 5 years old. It's 12 years old. I was singing in my kitchen since I was 5 years old, but at the time I knew I wanted to be a musician. And then in high school I was playing in this band, and I remember feeling like back then I came to have my own music experience we were doing. We would play and like a lot of pop rock actually, and it's great. Got me on stage, and I got a taste of what I wanted to do. And then when I moved to university, but also when I started meeting musicians in the community, and it was like so cool because all of these people who were my age, like they had been writing and releasing music since they were in high school, and then I came in at like 19, and like, oh wow, it was so late for me. But I had all of these songs. Sorry, the songs on this EP, because it's my debut album. Those weren't written years ago per se, but some of them were. Some of them, are written from those experiences, and it takes so long to not only write music, but then also as I'm a solo independent artist, so I fund everything myself, and just finding the time, the budget, the right producer, the right musicians to play with, everything finally happened when it needed to happen, and it's now out in the world, and it's crazy because I've been working on this for years, and now that it's out, I'm like, okay, now what next? But, yeah, honestly, yeah, I'm unfortunately trying to make that.
You say that from an outsider, you say the process. I was under the impression that you sit down and write some lyrics. That's the first step and the easiest step. Well, not the easiest, but
it is.
And alongside being a singer, it has to be marketing department, it has to be all of these components that come after the art itself is made, just to show
And we're happy that you are doing it. I think bounce back and forth just because it makes me think. So just had a chat with Marty, and I understand to some extent because we are content creators, very different deal from what you do, but you're wearing so many hats, right? You're wearing so many hats. You're your own producer. You're hopefully, unless you're really good at it, you don't want to be your own engineer, but that same sort of idea, right? Like so many hats. How does anything get put out without burning out on your first go? I don't. Kudos to both of you. Yeah.
I think the one thing we wouldn't be doing this kind of stuff if we didn't absolutely love it.
Yep.
Just get so much more. I find that too. Is the easy part of making this video or putting it out or whatever, right?
Yeah, it is. Well, and having watched a bunch of them last night, it's just the amount of efforts from that perspective you don't see my stuff out there, because I'm not going to stop, leave my canoe, go put a camera down there, come back, nonchalantly walk past it, sit down, change it, point it that way so I can walk away from it, get out the drone.
She has some strong emotions on markers. We did some it was a relatively easy portage trip, but there were some nasty sections where, you know, I think every time you go through a very challenging section, those are the parts that you want to film the most. It makes the best content, and there's footage at the end of this portage just like and just to get out of the water to actually take it off. Had the camera set up on shore, set it up, go do the thing, paddle away, go back to the camera. Oh, looks like I didn't hit the record button.
And that happened like a handful of times on the trips.
And our relationship survived that moment, and that's when I knew.
Yeah.
She's the one.
I'm pretty patient, but then there was one or two moments. I think there was one time where he forgot to put nice in a row, and I was like, oh, you're killing me.
The pressure was on at that point.
Yeah.
I was going to say, at least you didn't have a paddle out there. That might have ended that.
Yeah.
Man, that's going to be brutal. And just even the, like, so I'm picturing you talking a slog of like been to those mud and stuff. To slog back to get the camera. So you're doing it just like a double carry portage. You're doing it 3 times to get one shot. You're only needing to do it once. I think that's probably why I'm more reticent to shoot that content, just because like I'm not interested. Also, I'm out there too. I'm glad that folks like you do what you do. Just not interested. I'm trying to hang with my kid while he's still interested in traveling with me. I'm trying to not get my heart beat up, because apparently that's bad for people that are my age in life. And I am glad you do that, and I'm glad that you persevere for following that sort of dream, to have that love for that film. That's cool.
Yeah, and I think you know, I could not. I've always believed in myself, and I've always had a strong feeling like I will be successful in music, and whether that's delirium or not, I don't know. I've just felt like this is my calling, and I really love music. I love storytelling in songs, and I love performing, and I love singing, and I love everything about it. But like Ken was mentioning, there's, especially today where social media is, everything is dependent on Instagram and TikTok now. Music is like on the back burner as a musician. It's like, oh, you need to be your content creator, your manager, your agent, your promoter, you have to be the producer, and then in the studio, it's like the producer, like all of his hats, and you have to do it. There's no other choice. If you want this to happen, you have to make it work with whatever resources you have. And there's been a lot of times, especially this last year, like I recorded the EP last January, and that was a crazy time. Ben came with me, thank God, because we were in LA, recording in LA. And the first day that we were supposed to record is when the wildfires happened.
Oh my God.
So,
evacuate 24 hours.
and I did not know LA. I just met my producer, and like he's great. Like him and his partner, they hosted us. Like we stayed at their property, and we were in the evacuation zone. So we all had to leave, and like they went one way. We were like, where do we go? And thankfully we had friends who were in LA at the time, but it was just like chaos. And then because of the wildfires, I ended up having to extend our trip. It's a whole other story, and he actually filmed it, and it's on my YouTube channel. If anyone wants to watch it, wait. Look up Paitre. But it was just like, that was really stressful for me when I was expecting it to be exciting. And then on top of that, after the music's done, it's months and months of mixing and mastering, and then like planning, music videos and photo shoots, whatever, which it sounds fun, but when you don't have a team, or you barely have a team, it's really challenging. There was so many times that, thank God for Ben, like he just just talked me out of my own like crazy lifestyle. So many moments of self-doubt. I'm like, why am I even doing this? Like, is this worth it? Am I wasting thousands of dollars in my own pocket? And then he brings me back to reality. He's like, you are happy, fulfilled, you're doing what you're meant to do. Yeah.
Don't lump me in.
No.
It's not used.
No, content creation is so tough. This production here. This is great. Yeah.
And I think that get that because it's
What's not your
no, not to say that you, but what I'm
That's a nice guy.
that's a very bad way of putting
It
it.
really believes in me.
No. But what I'm saying is that their art is just being put out for universe, and it's there for everyone.
Yeah.
And that's the way that I see it. I don't think that this will ever be enough for it. Because their art is
Yeah.
that's that. That's great.
Yeah, nice balls.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But if
Yeah.
you don't,
That's not the reason I made it.
doesn't mean that
I think you make
yeah,
Yeah.
at
well,
least be
exactly.
a pale imitation.
Maybe some AI generated songs.
No mentions of that here.
I honest to God, I see AI generated. It's like, what do you?
What?
I can tell you can tell by the mouth movements and stuff like that. You'll
Oh
get
my
it.
gosh.
They
It's
might.
a video too.
They will do like take a transcript for it, pre-published transcript, and they put it out there, and they just have a voice parroting the voices and AI voices. What's the point? Well, I don't. Like I get, I can go upstairs my mug all day, fine. But so find somebody prettier who can speak it or whatever. Right? So, well, so on that note of them being supportive and getting you out of your because we've seen him do this, right? We've seen him do it on camera. Where it's like, I just don't know if this is a thing I want to do. And I just think it's pretty cool. As long as you, I think as long as you believe in yourself or you have a wife that wants you to do things other than just watch camping videos, and she believes in you, and you go with it, you'll always be successful, even if it's not commercially successful, like not in that $1 million. But even if it's not, you have made art. Right? Like even the guys at Floyd's, they're not getting the graffiti on the walls and stuff like that. They're not good. It's something that's pretty awesome. So it's like they're making their art.
Human activity was traveling through these alleyways.
That's hilarious because that's quite possibly what it was.
Yeah.
Scribbling on walls.
Yeah.
What have you been up to lately? What new stuff do you have?
Okay, a little teaser action.
Sure.
You know what? So this is kind of sort of camping related, but we just spent a month down in Australia.
Cool.
Her mom has a place there. Yeah. We wouldn't be able to do it without her mom. She's building a house down there. And so we went down for a visit for like a weekend. The place is still under construction, so it was kind of all hands on deck for a while. But you know what? Awesome time. I brought all of my camping gear with me, all my camera gear and stuff, and I had real good intentions of doing a trip down there in the jungle or on the beach and everything. But I kind of went into it blind. It was a last minute decision for me to even join on this trip. She was going to go down anyways, and I sort of joined it at the last minute, and then I go down there and I talked to maybe a dozen locals, and every single one of them said, do not camp yet.
Oh.
It's too dangerous. They said, don't get me started on snakes, scorpions, ants. They have like real bad cutter ants and fire ants and stuff like that. And then they said, if that doesn't get you, solo camper with $1,000 in the camper, you're going to get harmed. You're putting yourself in a very difficult situation. So, not to say it's not still on the table for next time. Like we were talking about the place down there. So I think with the right preparation and with the right people, some local Spanish or I would love to do something like that. It's like some sort of step up. And had when I decided I wasn't going to be able to camp, I was like, this is nice. Focused on our very active and really very healthy. And then what I kind of got out of that trip was basically said, really big appreciation for Ontario, where so much of the business is accessible, and I can just go out whenever I want. And I don't have to worry about
Yeah,
so
so
robbed with a machete.
So the same local here would be going, no, don't do it.
Yeah.
Bad idea.
Yeah, exactly. And if someone from another country came here and asked me where if I have a recommendation for initial camping, I can just identify spots for all different levels. There's so many. I just find here so accessible. Whether you find an introductory to first time paddling, check out like a day camp at a local park or something like that, or and not see a soul or a Tim Hortons for 2 weeks.
Yep.
So I found that if you just want to vacations and stuff like that, I love it here, but do I ever appreciate I'm so lucky. Cool. But to answer your question,
I was going to say, so the summation of that is we're not getting in Costa Rica.
That was my plan. I would have had a crazy. It would have been an epic video of us getting robbed and choked out.
Hey guys, hold that for a second. I forgot to push record.
Yeah, but I have. I'm just maybe like a week. I actually don't have a hot tent right now. I had a really cheap one last couple of seasons, but it ended up going on me. So maybe I'll sweet talk some of these vendors around here to see if I can get my hands on one.
You should do that. Just a sideline if you can't sweet talk them. I saw somebody who took a ice fishing tent. And when it's all light and stuff,
my brother just got one.
Cheap.
He just got an 8-man pop-up tent.
Actually, he's going to.
Sorry, my bodyguard.
He's going to punch a hole in the roof.
Perfect.
Pipe up through it.
I'm going to do that myself.
Let him do it.
Yeah.
Then just steal it.
And so I've got some winter trips planned in the works, and of course nothing's set in stone. But I there's never a time where I'm not planning to do trips. I think probably relate to that. Or just studying routes and checking something out. I haven't played guitar this one, so I'm going to say it for the first time on your live stream. I was chatting away with Up North Adventures. They're talking about a trip potentially to Yukon. I don't know if it's going to be feasible for this year, but definitely next year. Maybe this year.
Got some flashers.
So I got a streaker running by. Shout out to beautiful Jay from here in the backcountry. Beautiful nipples.
I'm really glad I missed them.
Yeah.
Not that I haven't seen them before.
I've always got tricks in the works. I always find that having a trip in the works or that I'm planning for, or even if I haven't locked in for a date, it just helps me keep organized and like I wake up in the morning and I'm like, okay, I want to have a healthy breakfast so that I can be ready for this trip in 6 months. And like it's like little, it affects me in so many little ways like that. If I don't have a trip in hand, I'm less motivated. It's like it's just kind of
Yeah, no, I hear you. It's that. If I've got a trip planned, but I've still got some details to work out. So let's get that done.
that's such a great way to put it.
Sweet. What do you do?
Well,
Booking agent lady.
yeah, well, I
Swiss Army.
don't have anything booked yet. I mean, I just played my most recent gig this morning here.
Right.
But my two goals for this year are to, like I mentioned, and to go to Nashville. I've never been to Nashville. I've been told by many people that I love it, and I feel like I'm probably for it.
I can attest to. I listen to all kinds of music, but I listen to jazz. Tragically Dead. Some of their best albums were recorded. Like specifically, you can hear the difference. There's a vibe to it.
It's the best of the best. It's yeah. So I've made a few connections there in the last year or so. Who some of them are in the music industry, some aren't, but they've been here for decades, and so it kind of just feels like a good time. And I'm thinking of moving home, so that's not planned yet. And I would love to do some songwriting and maybe gigging, and if I'm brave enough, go to oh my god, there I feel like I'm already intimidated. I haven't seen it because I've just heard great things. We'll see, but I really want to scope it out, and I think it would be really cool. So that's definitely for the near future. Still planning that, and then the tour. I would really love to do it. I am looking at just doing Ontario and Quebec to start. And this would be like my first proper tour. I did a 4-day West Coast one a few summers ago with my friends in Paitre show, which is like a band, and that was a lot of fun. But it was just a taste, and it was not enough time on the road. So I would love to do a few weeks, but I'm just in the phase of planning that out, looking at the logistics, honestly, the budget.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, how do you weigh all these things out?
So
A lot of key.
yeah. So the thing about I love being a solo musician. Like, this is what I signed up for. But one of the cons is that you have to pay for everything yourself, and it's fine. But whereas usually in a band, like you're all splitting the cost. So if I were to do a tour, I gotta pay for everything, the accommodations, the room booking fee, if the venue's coming up for me, the gas, I mean, so like everything, my band, and so that would be quite a hefty penny, I would say. And then I have to look at how much I'm guessing I would profit from it, and then seeing the goal is just to at least break even. But and the thing is, like, everything in this industry is a risk. Like, it would be a risk for me to go for it because I'm a small artist still. So I'm playing in markets that I don't know. I'm really secure in the Toronto scene, but like I don't know places and other people. So I'm just setting that up and seeing what looks realistic for me, and diving in head first and risking stuff, but that's what yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I want to know I lost my wallet this morning. So I'm playing tag with him now. He's a super guy. He called me. I didn't even realize it was in my coat pocket. It must have popped out when I was wrestling my way out. So just making sure that it wasn't him. I'm here with your wallet.
Get him on the podcast. It's hero.
Dude,
Yeah.
I already tipped him as much as I possibly could. Yeah, no, it is.
That doesn't matter. You got your wallet.
Yeah, sure, yeah. You want to shop with me right now?
You tipped him with his money.
Yeah, exactly.
That's messed up. I'm listening to you, but I'm still wrapping my head around. You've got to get a place where the contacts to even start that process in a new place. And so much phone calls and emails and tracking everything down and then looking at your bank account going, no.
I'm not even looking for things.
Okay.
Well, okay, no, I'm really good with my finances. I would just like to say my dad was a financial advisor and my mom's Italian, so it's ingrained in me to figure out money. From a young age. I mean, again, like I said, I have no experience in cooking tours, so I don't know if this is the way that people usually go about it. But what I did was I created so far like a checklist of I've organized the different cities that I'm looking at. Hamilton actually makes one of them, and then under that I have like venues, contacts, musicians/bands, and so I've been chiseling away because like I'm pretty connected with GTA, so I message people who I know have suggestions for some places. So I've been filling out this paper, and after I have a few more things to put down is when like one part where I get to listen to all these band suggestions and see like if it would be a good fit, reach out. And honestly, for me, yeah, like I said, budget is tough, but I know there are some grants to going to see a grant or however many I can get to support that. Or I might just say, frick it and go for it and say, play for and it'll work one day.
I'm glad.
Manifest that.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, at some point, yeah, it's going to work. It's not. I wouldn't know unless I do.
Exactly, and I mean, I've been wanting to tour for since I was 14 years old. I feel like I need to just get out there, do it. I would be playing with my friends. It would be so much fun, and I really want to. I really want to get on the road and see what happens. Yeah.
I think when you're on the road, when you're playing shows, that
Oh yeah.
you feel most alive. Like
Yeah.
you get playing shows and the energy is just endless.
I love show day. Like I wake up, there's like I step into a different body. I can't even explain it. Oh, so if every day, if every day in a few weeks was show day, I was like, hey, I'm ready.
She doesn't get nervous. So I have a presentation tomorrow. I've been nervous for 2 months, and like you wake up on the day of the show, I'm like, hey, how you feeling? What? It's normal.
I think I get like I'm definitely excited, and sometimes depending on like if it's a venue I haven't played before, if it's a new town I haven't played, like I'm anticipating the unknown. But yeah, no, I know that in the part of your brain, I don't know what part of it is, but you have the stress of like cortisol, but anxiety and excitement exist in the same part of your brain. You can confuse one for the other. So I learned that when I was in high school and I was performing, I had like stage fright, and I remember learning that. And actually, that could be completely false news. I'm just like spreading this information, but I think it's true.
Tell yourself.
Yeah.
No, I have stage fright. I
Placebo.
know what it is.
Well, so
It's
but
not anticipation. It's not
well, yeah, but I think like because you can change your own neurological pathways if you're just like it takes a lot of work. But I remember just switching nerves for a second. I just remember that when I was 14, and then ever since then it was like I turned a switch off. And don't get me wrong, like if I'm backstage and I have like 30 minutes till showtime, I'm definitely like jittery. But it's more so just because I don't want to get it. Like I'm just like I'm anticipating getting it.
totally the opposite.
Really? Oh, okay.
You know what? Hanging with like-minded folks, right? I can stand around with 20 people and throw out jokes and do my whatever it is that I do. That's fine because I sort of know them all and stuff. I'm in a comfort zone to it. Just stand up on that stage in front of 100 like-minded folks, and I would just raise them to sit and slap them. I'm just stuck there.
Well, actually, the hardest part of being a singer is talking into the songs. That's actually the hardest part, I would say, because singing is easy. It's like, and playing the song is easy because it's the same every time. Practicing, I know the lyrics in my head, I know the chords, like, my band's got it down pat with the rehearsing, but it's the talking in between and like, you gotta talk to guys have to talk about an adventure or something that, I just feel like talking for more than 30 minutes, just by yourself, but being prompted is really challenging. And like on my set lists, I always make sure I throw in a little note in between the songs to like talk about this thing, talk about that thing, because I'll forget. And also, like, I don't want to be up on stage and stuff and pass. I'm like, hey, so thanks again, guys, for coming. Like, you can only say so much. And I also love crowd work. Like, pick out people in the crowd who are either like going the craziest or wearing like a funky outfit. You want to make it intimate. You want to make it feel like you're like wow. But that's the thing about being a stickler or a performer. I feel like that helps. But to be on stage and talk, that would just. Because I have a bad memory. Oh my god, I can't be an actor. I would forget all of my lines.
It was really great. Festival last week, which I think is super exciting. Like, this is a really I've never had before. But then in the moment when my phone was up on the big screen and we're in a room of 350 people and my face is right here, and I'm like, wait a second, like, do I like this?
So cool though.
It was like this is the coolest thing I've ever done, and also kind of a nightmare. But then in retrospect, that was a blast. I would do it again a million times right now.
It was awesome. That especially when you're like on the cars in reach, I could do it in, and then I saw a bit of that. At least I see it there, and then they cut it there. That was brilliant.
That was great. And I will I'll tell you one thing. So the day before, I'm at a and my camera's like, it's not, I wouldn't submerge it in water, but it's relatively selective. And so there's a little bit of sprinkle on it, so I didn't bother to take it. Next morning, I woke up and it was inside of the vent. Filming, Christchurch fog. And so I saw that there, and I'm like trying to mess with my camera, and then I'm like, whatever, I'll just film it however I film it. And I ended up, the shot was over the next corner of the river, like next bend of the river, there's this Calgary city cabin. And it actually got a cool effect on the camera where it looks like it's a real foggy morning. It wasn't. It was just the fog in the lens.
I assume it was a fun.
But I was so bummed out because I was like thinking, oh no, I've never had wildlife encounters like this. It's so spectacular, so beautiful. But I don't know if I'm getting over it. And then I look back and it's good. All the outdoors are fine. So it's a roller coaster out there. I don't know if I'll ever have a single day. Seven groups of air of all people. Yeah.
I remember the message he sent me on board because that morning he was like, "Oh, I'm so ready to come home. Like I'm gonna paddle as long as I can today."
I just want to give context. That trip. So I kept talking in the video about how I'm ready to come home. I said that was a trimmed down version for the festival, but in the same video, I didn't clarify that I had been out camping for a month total at that point. I'd done 4 trips. So the first one was Jimmy Cash trip with Tosh, ran a river into Mexico. That was a week. And then I did it. That was I did Diablo's pork. I did the Diablo raid. Yep. Did some fishing. Then I spent a week at cabin with Dad and then did the Pick River. So I had been on the road for just over a month. Missing person, missing dad. I got to fix it this point. And so then I was sending messages.
Well, the contrast of like that first message being like, "I'm so done, I'm ready to come home," and then a few hours later, he didn't have enough characters in the message. He was like, "I saw bears, moose." I forgot like the list, and then he was like in all caps, "Crazy day." So it was so
yeah, I don't want to change the subject, but I just want to say, I think that you guys are doing a good job. It's great. And I also just want to express my appreciation for you guys having me on this podcast like years ago. And it's so sort of going to come full circle. And I just felt like you helped me when I was like a really small creator, and now to be sitting here at this show right now, it's just like it's pretty
Paying
crazy.
it back because you're a big creator.
No, that's not it.
Back.
That's not what I'm saying. But I just really appreciate everything that you guys do. I have so many squirrel moments when you walk by.
I know.
But yeah, I just think I like speaking of perspective or something. I just sit down. To talk freely without the pressure of like, okay, this is gonna fit into like a 10-second clip for Instagram.
Right.
Yes,
I also
totally agree.
I really like that you had Jason Gray on, just to hear about the show before. And
Yeah, I got to hear that.
Oh my God. So somebody posted on. Sorry, I'm going to do the briefing thing in a second. But you, squirrel moment. Somebody posted something about you guys must have started this ages ago. And Brett just replied with, yeah, 364 days ago, after the last show or something like that. It's like, and it is. We were actually talking about it at the post show. We were already talking about it this week. They had already you've heard I'm sure what Jason say, proof of concept is what last year was to see if it would fly, right? And then that hadn't been on anybody's imagination. That was so awesome. And then they started talking about it, and within pretty short, like I stay in contact with just because somebody knows you. And they were already saying, I think you're going to try to double the size of more presenters. Oh yeah, can I help in any way? We're like, no, we got it. It's cool. Okay, cool. Well, then when we get close to real ticket sales, we're going to meet. We got to come and we're going to put this stuff out. It's like it's so awesome. I'm so glad this exists. So it's nothing against any other shows. They're all good, and we're all in one way or another kernels to grow into this. It's just that in a very concentrated way, this is our place.
I just chills hearing you say that.
It is though, but this is
nothing like it.
Everybody, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so awesome to do that whole. We interact in our social media lives all the time. It's so awesome to come and meet people in real life and get that hug and go for that beer or to talk about, I was thinking about this time, whatever, right?
Yeah.
It's just, that's so awesome. Back to the mutual thank yous. Thank you both for your time today.
It's an honor.
I know you're just doing it so you could sit in a chair for a while. But
It's the best part of my day.
I know. I've been hanging around with all day. Old guy, chair, good. But thank you for taking the time for saying yes. Because I don't have a show. People don't want to listen to me talk to yourself. So. My therapist does, but to have you guys come and have this chat, thanks so much.
Yeah, I love it. And I just on that note, it's so true where the social media world, even though we're all connected, it can get easy to be able to come to a place like this. This is why we do it. This is why we have such a beautiful community. Just to be able to see these people. And there's a lot of people who like do this since last year's show season, right? And it's just like
It's so interesting to see this industry, I guess industry, but it's like a niche community.
one big thing.
Yeah, literally.
It's like, they've got their business, but they're not trying to sell you on it. They're just like,
Hey, check out this cool.
Yeah. Well, it's so specific because, like growing up in Timmins, I had a lot of time with doors, and everyone's in doors there, and so like bond over that. But it's kind of like I don't know, what's the trend? Or skiing or like what is it ever? And then when Ben came to the first. 3 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago, I think. 3 or 4 years ago. He went by himself. And every day that he would come home, because he was like a 2 or 3 day thing, he was like, oh my god, it's like so cool. I don't feel alone, like I'm like doing such a niche thing. And a lot of our friends are creatives, but no one is doing like content, informative content. And so when he talks about it with their friends, they think it's really cool, but
We don't have that level of
well,
understanding.
yeah, and it's yeah.
Did they think that I'm like targeting on Everest?
That's his next video.
Robinette would do that for sure.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
But it's interesting. So he's like, he's like, wow, it's so cool. I've met all these people who are the channels that I admire, and we're all doing the same thing where most of us are alone. And we're bonding over that anyway. So then I went the next year, and yeah, like meeting all of you guys.
was that the year that you presented your first presentation?
Yeah, 2020. Yeah. And oh my god, it was like at first I was just excited to like go along for the ride and support him, and then I ended up. Everyone is so nice here. Everyone is so nice, and I made friends, and I look forward to coming back for like my own reasons. And then yeah, last year's show was great too, and then this year like this is such a great show, and then it was so cool to be asked to perform. I was like, wait, this is Ben's this is Ben's niche. Now I'm kind of getting in it. Yeah.
We're totally.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
We're the new Brad and Angelina.
There you go. Well, it's
Free
cool. I
issues.
think that's a
Yeah, I was
cool.
gonna say they didn't work out.
Yeah, they didn't work out. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Shoot.
Yeah.
But I think that's a cool thing. Like that's very much the entire show is very much an Jason Brett thing. The music aspect of it is something that hasn't been part of any of the other shows. Whether it's the Toronto show, whether it's Communicopia, whether it's whatever, right? So what's the other? Not Quiet Water, Quiet Adventure Symposium. I think it's called. Anyhow, none of them have music sort of things. They do afterwards, but not during the show. So I thought that was great that they threw that in because I think we're all one way or another music friendly people. We all listen to music all the time. That's another one of those.
Yeah.
All right, the beach here is looking at us a little bit more. The security detail.
Thanks.
Thanks
I
for
actually
coming back.
one last question, just because you were talking about. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna drag this out. You're talking about your music taste. Have you ever listened to NJ JTL?
Yes.
He's one of my favorites. I feel like he's intersection between jazz and blues.
Yeah, there's. I don't like the pigeonholing. I mean, you get that there's a feel to music.
Yeah.
Like, I'll put Jazz FM is playing at my house a lot.
Yeah.
But of my 6 or 7 or 800 CDs, about 80% of them are rock.
Nice.
Rush. I own the entire Rush collection.
Nice.
Numerous. Nonetheless, I probably like blues more than anything.
Yeah.
So because it can lean a little bit into jazz, lean a little bit into country. I'm not a huge country fan. I actually don't mind some crossover country. I don't want to hear about good beer.
Take a beer in my truck. Take a beer with my dog.
Yeah.
There are some cliches that but yes, I do. It could be anything. Oh, there's another Nashville. Some of my favorite Connor James albums. If you record some up here, they're good. They're somehow just missing a lot.
Yeah.
Anyhow,
Anyways, yeah, cool. Thanks for the chat.
Thanks so much, guys. Thanks so much. We're going to sign off and we're going to drag somebody else in.
All right.
Right on.
Cool. Thanks.
Thank you.
Wave to the camera.
It's right there.
Ciao.